Hi guys, welcome back to my channel on the tubes. Where else would it be? You idiot. Idiot. Okay, let's jump straight in. Do I have any? Even? I'm sure I do. I don't know where this one comes from, but it's in the Google stratosphere, so at some point someone must have uttered this. What we think, we become. And that is so profound and kind of, ooh. Oh God, I forgot that I had makeup on. I've probably just ruined what has just taken me like 25 minutes. What is it? What is it again? And I can't think of it. I had it and then I touched my makeup. You know, like it for what it is and not what it isn't. Another great quote that's not mine. I love just like nicking things off the shelves of this kind of quote store. Yeah, I'll have that. Whatever works for you. You know, at the end of the day, whatever works for you and you can take comfort from. But this one is from the legend that is Bob Dylan. And it's actually found in one of his songs. You know, don't criticize what you don't understand. Hashtag OMGGGGG. But my favorite quotes come from Freddie. I mean, where I used to live, I used to have this gorgeous blank space on the wall underneath my stairs, because I used to have like a old Victorian's spiral staircase, and it was truly amazing. And I had some of Freddie's, you know, from interviews, from songs, you know, plastered all over. And you know, whenever I was down, I'd just like, and I'd just burst out laughing. No, especially the interview quotes. Darling. I suppose I should say goth, you know, goth rock. Anything that tickles my fancy and it's good music and it means something to yeah, I suppose it would be Fred. You know, I can't really think of anyone that has infected my life to the degree that Freddie Mercury has. You know, musically, spiritually, artistically, you know, he makes me so happy. I just think it would be so interesting to kind of, if we're talking about events, you know, a Freddie event, yeah, sure, I would love to be in that crowd, you know, the Live Aid. Just to be an onlooker, you know what I mean? It must have been so electrifying. This might sound totally weird, you know, because everyone that thinks, yeah, totally the Live Aid performance, you know, and this is going to sound weird, possibly, but I would just like to be around him, just around him, like when he's feeding these cats, you know, or fed his cats. I've just realised what I've just said, you know. But he's not dead to me. And I know that sounds bizarre, but often that's how we Freddie fans feel. I just wish I saw him once, but maybe I wouldn't have had the personal connection I now have with him. I swear to God, and you know, another weird thing, I dream about Freddie Mercury every week. I mean, just last week I dreamt that we were ice skating together. I know. Freddie Mercury was in this almost rainbow ostrich kind of coat, feather boa all in one, and there's me, you know, the poor sap that I am in, you know, a leather coat, t-shirt and jeans. So yeah, I don't know if you guys believe in, you know, the whole music and, you know, the spirit side of music, that, you know, past musicians, you know, if they see a fellow musician struggling or having a hard time, they adopt them almost. I'm not saying for 1 second that, you know, suddenly I've got, you know, Freddie Mercury as my phantom. I'm not saying that for 1 second, but I do feel him. I do feel him, and that's strange because I've never met him. I have no connection with Queen, his family, but I feel him. So, yeah. Yeah, I couldn't possibly answer that with any certainty, but what I do think is not necessarily the good times are over, but something is in that clog. So I really don't know, Paul, but I'm not here for the money. Now, I know that sounds, all YouTubers say that, but it really is true. You know, if I was here just for the ching-ching, I would be very disappointed, wouldn't I? Because my channel makes a fat nothing, which I'm totally cool with. I don't do YouTube to reap the hard, cold, ugly cash. You know, that's not my gig. Never has been, never will be. I'm just grateful that I'm known in such a small way. Such a small way, really. I mean, I'm a tadpole compared to other channels. So it will be very interesting how this pans out, you know, and to what extent it will affect YouTubers, British YouTubers, you know. Will the bigger channels, you know, be able to recruit? I can't talk. You know what I mean, Paul. And no, it's not Freddie, because for me, Freddie and Queen deserve to be on a whole new level. Okay, that other list. No, this one is Meatloaf. and Bat Out of Hell. So I was 14. There I am. Yes, cute as a button. Get out. So how old was I? How old? I suppose I couldn't have been much older than 14 when this song first came into my life. You know, and I was at a record shop. Yes, I really am that old. You know, every town had one or two record shops that, you know, you'd save your pocket money and, you know, go rooting in the bargain bin and, you know, cassettes and records, and I'm sorry, but you cannot beat the smell of vinyl. So anyway, I was in this record shop. Yeah, see I start regressing back to my youth. And what was this record shop called? Incidentally, it wasn't in my town, it was in like 3 towns away, but this record shop was the bomb. Okay, it really, it had such a good vibe, and you know, you never felt as though you were being rushed or pressured to buy. It was like, what was it called? I'm gonna have to Google it. And hopefully, you know, it's not been gone so long that the internet can't trace it at all. But, you know, if I can find it, it will, yeah. Anyway, this is rather a long answer, isn't it? But, you know, it's taken me back to a time when I was at my most happiest, you know. So I was browsing. You know, at the time I got heavily into Queen, okay, Guns N' Roses, much to my grandmother's horror. She thought that they were nothing more, well, she thought that they were directly connected with Satan. So I had to kind of smuggle it and keep it in my kind of nook in my bedroom. Anyway, I digress, I'm so sorry. Yeah, so I'm browsing, kind of just chilling, you know, on a Saturday morning, and Meatloaf comes on, and it's like a revelation. It's I've seen the light. I've used this analogy on Tenor Reacts loads of times, but it's almost like someone kind of God, Mr. God, had paused the world. So it had stopped spinning, and my head is like, whoa. It's almost like the most legal high you can have as a 14-year-old boy. You know, it blew me away. That epic opening. I mean, that opening, that intro is so long. It's like something crazy, like 1 minute and 20 seconds. But when you hear the whole song, you know, it has to be that length, because it's not just for me anyway, I mean, it's not just a song. It's like 5 songs all rolled and wrapped into one. So it would make perfect sense that you would have such a soundscape to what is to come. I remember being transfixed on, I mean, the whole album. It's probably my favourite album of all time, you know, and I was quite gutted when the news came through about Meatloaf, you know, not being able to sing anymore, and I thought, what a bummer, because he is one, you know, taking Freddie out just for a second, he is one of my favourite tenors in rock, you know, without a shadow of a doubt. You know, Freddie is something completely different. I mean, Freddie Mercury, you know, but outside Freddie Mercury, you know, wow. Anyway, back to the transfixed moment that I was experiencing as a 14-year-old. So, you know, if this was not enough, being blown away by that incredible intro, and you know, the key changes, that the kind of the piano drifting away and in come the string, and kind of, oh my god, how much, seriously, how much more can I kind of, because I feel very. And this is towards the end of the song. I don't know how far before the actual song ends, but and this is probably where and how I fell in love with poetry, you know, because poetry isn't just words, you know. It's not just words cleverly strung together that happen to rhyme. Okay, some poems don't, you know, you've got to look beyond that. But the poetry in this, it's a poet's, what I got from it, it was almost the poet's last stand. Okay, very raw, so incredibly raw, yet you get the happiest raw moments, but at the same time there's a sense of real sadness and despair in that rawness all in one. So it's almost like you've got it blows my mind, and I wish I could get away with reacting to it on Tenor Reacts, you know, but I know full well it's gonna get blocked, so what do you do? But this kind of bit that really rocked my world and made me question music on a whole new level. Twisted at the foot of a burning sun, I think. Is it sun or bike? But such a long time since I kind of, you know, but immediately you got that visualization, you know, and the thing that, oh my god, it really hit the soul and heart, and it kind of tossed it, was what was it? My heart is beating. Oh, Meatloaf had such excellent dynamics in his voice for that line, and you know, and then back up. I love all the minor shifts in this song, and then we're kind of light and dark, and like, so yeah, I'm sorry, it has been a long answer, that one, but I think this one deserved, you know, the extended answer, And the final question then for this session. Hello from Argentina, Nat. Hello. That couldn't have been more awkward. Hello. Hi. How are you doing? I'm so socially awkward. It's so untrue. Hi. Anyway, could you react to Ronnie James Dio? I'm so sorry. I've got dyslexia. So certain words are a mystery to me. As well as King Diamond. Thanks a lot. Yes, I will. Actually, I'll do this now. Where's the pen? I will put a asterisk. Okay, and that will go into my little black book. Let's just hope it don't get blocked. I feel so awful. I know I've said this before, and you guys fully understand, and you know I can call my beans. Don't worry, Nat. We understand. You know, but I still feel a bit of a douchey bag when I promise something. It's worse when I actually kind of promote it. So say it's in a poll, a weekly poll, and it wins. And you know, I film it, I edit it, I upload it, and it gets blocked. And then I'm thinking, if I say nothing, you know, there will be that commenter.
Where is said song you promised? And it won the kind of weekly poll. Where is it?
I would love to meet the keyboard that kind of is all over the place. But yeah, it is a bit like that. Or if I don't do that, I kind of screenshots, you know, the nasty one, the nasty email from YouTube, the block from you know, YouTube, and but I really don't want my channel to become, oh my god, he's whinging again. It's like, we get it. You know, not every video will go through. You don't have to keep. So I'm not going to be doing that in future. So if a video that you were expecting to be reacted to isn't, thus is why. So thank you so much if you got in contact with me over at the community area. And I returned to some degree of normality on Monday when Tenor Reacts returns every other, you know, day. So be looking out for that. Take care of yourself, stay healthy, look at, oh, I can't talk. Look, the trouble is I was going for after as well as out. Either look after each other or look out for each other. It's your choice. I mean, I'm not here to, you know, make life decisions for you. I'll see you guys soon.